never ends, man. The collision company is not buying my car. What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And if you saw a video, I'm filming this today, if you saw the video that was published today on the car, we just talked about numbers and the fact that the green monster was being bought back and it was gone. Well, no, it's not. The car's still gonna be gone from my possession for a little bit, but let's talk about what's happening with the green monster now. Currently, the way that the current deal was, Gerber Collision was going to buy the car. I believe it was like $51,890 or $51,980. I'm still not sure on that number. It's one or the other. And they were going to take possession of the vehicle. At that point, I know they were going to fix it and try to resell it, and they'd recoup like most of their loss. I know that. In this market, they'd have been able to sell the car. Well, the higher-ups, the very high-ups at USAA, thought about that and said, wait a minute, didn't this guy just have to stop in the middle of Kansas and stop at a dealer and wait a whole another day before me getting home? I had to wait for a module that should have been installed when the dashboard was installed so that my airbags would work in the event of an accident. The higher-ups at USAA are like, and you got to understand why they're doing this, right? The higher-ups at USAA are like, this is a safety concern at this point. What happens if that car is sold, and, you know, we talked about this before, where the whole back end was all fucked up, right? Like the whole back was all smacked. And I never understood why they were body filling and while they had primered and bondoed the rear of the car when there was no damage back there. And, you know, they just try to be like, oh, we just want to make sure everything's smooth. And nah, you wrecked my car. You wrecked my car. And I think USAA at this point is kind of like, you know, looking at the Instagram posts and stuff where you can see the ripples in the metal behind the carpet, where they were probably like, no, they covered up this shit and it's a safety concern. And I get it. It is a safety concern. The car is probably never going to be right, and if Gerber buys it, they fix it and they sell it. Let me tell you what happens. USAA had to sign off on that, right? Somebody else buys this car, and 4 years down the road, they get hit in a rear-end collision. A rear end that was repaired by Collision Works, right? By their mistake, whatever they did. I don't know if they backed into something or something backed into the car or they wrecked it when they were joyriding it. I don't know. But let's say that happens, right? Who's liable when the owner of the car at that point gets hurt because the car folds up like an accordion? I'll tell you who. Collision Works, i.e. Gerber, and USAA. There's been multiple instances of this, and I can even think about a guy, a couple, they travel the country and they go to like insurance and body shop conferences, and the people over at Allen Auto Body in Oklahoma City told me about them. And the guy had bought this Honda Fit, and it was, you know, rebuilt or whatever, you know, put back together, had a clean title. They bought it, they get into an accident, and they didn't weld the skin of the roof on. They did something that's called panel bonding, or like they glued it on, basically. Well, when it came time for the accident, when they got into an accident, they hit something and the car folded up, the roof popped up, which gave less rigidity and structural integrity, and dashboard came in on the guy, and then the car caught fire and he got second and third degree burns over 85% of his body. Needless to say, I mean, now I think they got like a $25 million payout on that, but you got third degree burns on 85% of your body. You're kind of fucked for the rest of your life. You're going to have complications and shit's going to suck forever. So I get it, right? So I understand where USAA is coming from, where they're like, we're gonna total it, and here's the key: they're gonna junk title the car, like non-repairable. It will not be salvage title. It will not be It is going to COPART, but you will not be able to buy this car and put it back on the road. Nah, you can't. Not legally. You could probably VIN swap it and go to jail. Yeah, you could do that. And if it's ever inspected, you're screwed. But so what's going to happen with the Green Monster then if it goes to COPART? Do I still want it? Of course. But of course, I know everything that's been done to this engine, the transmission, the rear end, basically the drivetrain. And being, like I said, I don't know what order these videos are going to drop, but just like I said in a previous video, during this road trip on the way home, that I was looking at buying another Mopar. So with this thing having a junk title, it's not going to sell for as much as one that doesn't. Now, it could have a junk title and be for export only, and somebody will buy it and they will pay a lot and export this sucker to like Dubai or something like that. That could happen. That could happen. But I think I'm gonna put the VIN number in a lot of the descriptions in the videos, so that way if somebody Googles about the car, they'll know what happened to it and they'll know how bad it is, and they'll walk away more than likely. I know you're gonna say, well, TK, you're just doing that to try to drive the price down. Like, no, if I wanted to drive, I don't even want to say that. If I wanted to drive the price down, I could drive the price down. Come on, man. This is what I do. You don't think? You know what? I'm just gonna leave that alone. If I wanted to get this thing for cheap at COPART, best believe I could get it for cheap. But that's not what I'm gonna do. It's gonna go through regular auction pricing. And who knows, USA might even give me the opportunity to buy it back for parts at a reasonable rate, and I may just accept it. I may accept the car in its condition, paying off my note and all that good stuff, and then come to an agreement on what the engine and the transmission is worth in the car, and the drive shaft and rear end, and I'm gonna snatch it out of this car. I'm gonna snatch it right up out of this car. Now you're gonna say, why would you do that, TK? Well, told you guys I might be getting another Mopar. You might want to stay tuned. You might want to stay tuned. Now, I'm not doing anything to this yet. USA needs to take care of the lien and the note with my credit union, and then cut me a check for the difference. And then once that happens, we'll do something else. So you may see the car around for a week or so as they're getting all of that stuff done. And once all of that stuff is done, and then we get paid on it, we're good, then this car will go. I'll probably, what I might do is I'll go to COPART and do a COPART walk around, and I'll drive this car straight to the yard and park it. That's gonna be a sad day, man. That's gonna be I'm not gonna lie to you, me parking this thing at COPART, it's gonna be a sad fucking day. Oh, and the guys at COPART that have seen me drive this car there so many times, to see it there, are just gonna be like, no. Yeah, I'll probably get it. We'll probably park them. We'll park them next to each other. We'll park it next to ScatPack_392's Charger. They can sit side by side. We'll have the Fayetteville Mopar graveyard out there. Jesus Christ. Update coming up on ScatPack's car soon. Auction just reset on that again, so if you're watching that or monitoring it, we do have the high bid on that car again. And basically the issue with that car is still the bank and getting the title situation sorted out. The car will literally sit there until it's done. And I thought it would be done already. I already had a heads up from corporate that it was done and that it was coming up, but nah. Until that title's in hand, it's not going to run properly. So it is what it is. But anyways, guys, I'm on the way back to North Carolina. I wanted to give you guys a quick update. This is even more sad because I know there was several people that were DMing me talking about we want to buy the green monster from like Gerber Collision or whatever. Where Collision is it going to? I want to buy it. And I was like, you don't want to buy this car, but some people are like super fans and they want to buy a car because I drove it or something, you know, which I don't understand that. It doesn't make any sense to me. But somebody just wanted to buy it. Okay. So as I said, man, we're rolling. We're gonna keep driving. I got about 12 hours ahead of me of driving, which I'll knock out real quick. We'll keep it moving. But yeah, man, I'm just sad, man. I'm just sad to see that it's going to do that. And like, there is a possibility that I will not win the green monster. When it comes up for auction, if somebody from overseas, where a junk title doesn't matter because they can just title it in their own country, somebody might outbid me. And that might happen because I'm going to have a hard limit of what I'm willing to pay for this car, for the drivetrain, because I know I can get a 392 engine and trans, you know, in decent condition, knowing I need to build it and forge it and do all that anyway. You know, I could probably pick up an engine and trans for 10 grand, you know. So I know you're saying that's cheap, but nah, not really. But that's when we getting a good quality core for me to build with, and a good transmission, good clutch, all that good stuff. So we'll see. We'll see what it does when it goes to COPART. We'll have to see how she does, but yeah, man, it's sad. I hate to see this. I hate to see it go out this way, but that's it, man. Junk title for the green monster. She's done. All done. All because of the safety conditions and all of the issues that Collision Works tried to hide and do when they fixed this car, and it was just an absolute fucking disaster. It's a fucking disaster. That said, it's not my problem anymore. Major shout out to USAA, and I'm going to be meeting with one of the account executives when they come down later this week, and then if he's cool with it, then I'll mention what it. I'm not going to say his full name, but I'll mention his name. I haven't been mentioning his name in the videos because I don't want people. I know how people like to Google for shit, and I don't want nobody blowing up the guy or, you know, like blowing his phone up and stuff, you know. So that said, let's see what happens, man. But there it is, man. She's gonna be a junk titled car, and extremely sad. Like, I want to start the Sarah McLachlan music now, but you can see, man, I got a little bit of a drive ahead of me, man. Her last major road trip, man. Sad, man. It's so fucking sad. She's gonna enjoy it though. We're gonna have some fun on the way, I promise. And then, you know, I probably got a few days once I get home before the insurance company gets everything straightened out, which at that point we will probably take it to a meet or two, or maybe I'll take it out to Thunder Valley, out there in Red Springs, and let people see the car one more time before she goes to the graveyard. But, and this is a big but, if I'm able to win it, if it does go to COPART, and or, you know, if USAA makes me a settlement offer on the car, and I'm able to win this car, if I'm able to win the car back at COPART, or if they make me a good offer on it, like where I keep it with a junk title, the heart, and that's what's important, the interior of this car, you know, the dashboard, the steering wheel, the center stack here, all of that, the engine, the trans, the rear end, the drive shaft, basically everything except the frame and the body would get swapped over to another Mopar. And it's, I guarantee you, y'all can guess what kind of Mopar it is in the comments. Guess. I said it. For you guys that are dedicated viewers and you guys watch this channel, you guys will know. But tell me in the comments. Tell me in the comments. What do you think? What do you think I'm going to rebuild? What do you think I'm going to make? We'll see. I'm going to be honest. I'm keep it a buck with you. I don't think I'm going to be able to win the car. I know I have a set number that I would pay at COPART for it. knowing it's a junk title, knowing that I could probably sell like the fenders, the hood, the bumper, and a couple other body panels, but I can't sell anything in the rear end. The whole rear end's all fucked up, right? You know, I would say the doors, but the doors are jacked up. So, like, it's limited in what I'm able to resell parts-wise to get the engine and transmission and stuff out of it. So, it really, really, really depends on what it goes for at auction, or, like I said, you know, what USAA offers me for the car. You know, if they, I mean, we already have a number. Let me be clear about that. You already know that it's over $50,000 that they're paying for the car. So it really comes down to, do I like settle with, you know, do a different settlement with USAA, like USAA pays off the car, and then I may end up paying USAA a couple of grand to keep it, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it really just comes down to numbers, you know? It just comes down to numbers. Knowing that I could buy the drivetrain that I need. I know this one because I watched it get built, but for what it's gonna, I mean, I could buy a core and build another drivetrain that's lights out for $8,500. You know what I'm saying? That's work. I'm not talking about buying the drivetrain. That's $8,500 in work. All right. So I'm probably looking at 10 grand for a good motor and trans. I'm probably looking at another $8,500 to get all the internals forged and built and put together, camshaft, the whole nine, Manta clutch built, you know, the whole nine, 6-speed manual, carbon fiber drive shaft, and then the 309 rear end. So I can do that. I think I could do that without the Green Monster. I just think it would be special if the Green Monster went on to live in another car. I think it would be special to me, but I think you guys would enjoy watching me do that process. Because I know a lot of you probably like, TK doesn't know how to do that. Okay. Okay. This wouldn't be the first time I swap a powertrain from one vehicle to another. All right? So, we could do it. Let's see what happens, man. But there's your update. Literally came out of the blue, man. I literally this morning talked to the people from Gerber Collision, and they were like, yeah, we're going to talk to accounting, we'll get a check cut, I'm going to talk to your credit union, we'll take care of that, we'll send you guys a separate check. I was like, cool, everything's done. I'm excited. You know, I already have an M5 on the line that I'm looking at buying, and I already, well, how do I say this? I already want another Mopar, but it needs a drivetrain. I'm not telling y'all what it is. Y'all got to guess in the comments. Y'all guess in the comments. Put it in the comment section. Like, spam the shit out of this comment section. What did I buy? What did I get that is Mopar related that I am going to build? Let me know in the comments. And it's going to be different because there's not a lot of them around. I think it's going to be great. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it. Major shout out to all you guys that have followed through this entire saga, and I gotta give USAA credit here. I really do, because you know what they thought about? They were like, if we let Gerber Collision buy this car and somebody else buys it and they wreck it. Now I know the bean counters are just covering their ass, but there's literally people that actually do care. And somebody there was probably like, what if somebody buys that car and gets into an accident? Like, these cars, you know, some 18-year-old kids' parents buy the car because they think it's a good deal, right? They buy it and they think it's a good deal, and they put this, you know, forged internal built monster, because that's what it is, right? It's not stock. And they're, you know, they put something that's right at 600 horsepower, 620 horsepower into some 18, 19-year-old kid's hands, and then he wraps around a tree, or the back end folds up like an accordion. I get why USAA is going to junk title the car. I got it. So there it is, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. That's it, man. That's it for the Green Monster. I mean, that's it for, you know, what's going to happen with it. It's finally official. They're going to total it. Before, I know I said in the comments that they didn't total it. The collision company was buying it But now it's they're not buying it. They're you know, it's being totaled. So there you have it, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Major shout out to our sponsors again. I can't thank them enough, man. Major shout out to Mint Mobile. Links in the description down below, man. Mint Mobile is wireless service that is prepaid with no compromises and no like crazy deprioritization. If you've ever had like Metro PCS, I almost said something, Metro PCS or Boost or anything else that was running on the T-Mobile network down in that food stamp level, you knew that it was always slower and it sucked. Well, Mint Mobile doesn't have that issue. It's full, high prioritized data with hotspot, the whole nine, 30 bucks a month, unlimited data, 90 bucks for a 3-month supply. That's how it kind of works. So basically for what you pay for 1 month of like Magenta Max at T-Mobile, you can get 3 months at Mint Mobile. Makes good sense, right? Link in the description down below. Go tap in. And if you just want to try the service, you can actually go through the link and click try before you buy. They'll send you 2 SIM cards. You can try the service, see if you like it, and if it works good for you, you can activate the other SIM card and port your number over, save a ton of money on your wireless. Shout out to Mint Mobile, which powered today's video because I uploaded yesterday's video, and I'll be uploading to this video with the backbone of Mint Mobile. So shout out to Ryan Reynolds, aka Deadpool, aka Beast Mode, for sponsoring today's video. Link in the description. With that said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I got a little bit of a drive ahead of me. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all the other relevant places. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. I know y'all was waiting for me to say, I know you guys were, well, what about that other account, TK? Don't do that. I just mentioned the sponsor, man. Don't do that. All right. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Whoopee!